people that I finance my car through are not very happy with me right now, apparently. They are calling me like 3 or 4 times a day, at least 2, leaving voicemails. We'd really like it if you'd, go ahead and just give us a call back so we can discuss, the payment for your, for the Lincoln. So if you could just give us a call back before the end of the day, that would be great. I'm assuming. It's not assuming. It's kind of like an impersonation of what I think, how I interpret how they sound. They probably don't sound exactly like that. But anyhow, so the clock is ticking and the car is definitely not in the best health currently. Still driving Uber with it and trying to make a little bit of money so that I can eat food and stuff. Still working on getting better with preparing my meals as opposed to eating meals other places. The meals that I do eat out are cheap meals, the Wawa, and they actually do have healthy options, for like $5 a meal, or if I'm eating where I'm working, it's not too bad. Definitely better if you create your own meals, but like where I work right now, there's not really a way to store food. And I've been over that before, so I'm not going to bore you with that. But I don't know. Time is ticking. I don't know what I'm doing with my life right now. All I know is that I don't smoke weed anymore, and I'm super proud of that. And it's not going to pick back up. And today, I am shooting a video at a place that I frequented when I first moved to Tampa. That was a lot of weed smoking here. So let me show you what it looked like. Perfect place to smoke weed. Got a long strip behind me here. So when we were out here burning, we knew when someone would come in and we didn't have to worry about it none. Ain't that right, Roomie? I won't say your name because I know you're secretive. That's fine. So anyhow, probably a little bit of wind feedback on this. Also the sound of this dock thing, whatever the fuck it is. So I apologize for that. But don't really know what I'm gonna do now. You know what I mean? I got the world in front of me, and there's one thing that's certain is that I definitely have more dedication than I've had in the past to get something done. But I'm just not certain if what I'm doing now is what I need to be doing or if it's something else. So I'm entertaining options of what I should do, where I should go forward. Definitely in a sales capacity. It could be where I'm at. I'm not sure. I'm just trying to figure it out. Maybe it takes more time to get a hold of my current job and how to efficiently execute. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Something's telling me that there's something else out there for me. Not certain what it is. Because of the car messing up, one thing that I've been looking at is jobs where they actually give you a company vehicle. So that would be cool. I wouldn't even need a car. I wouldn't need a bus because I'd have a company vehicle. So I've sent out some applications for something like that. I may do like a combination of that and my current job maybe. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'll tell you one thing. No matter what, my mental clarity from quitting weed is the best thing that I've got going. I have had a little bit of trouble with, the discount beers here and there. But it's not like it used to be. It's more or less like every few nights I might do it or whatever. But I don't have that overwhelming pessimistic, hide from the world mentality that I had when I was smoking weed all the time. So at least I got that going for me. If any of you have an idea of something that you think that Real Deal Feel would be good at doing, that pays well, let me know. Right now my income is as I've said before, pretty damn shitty. It's probably, you know, without sinking any of these deals, it's like bring home of like fucking 260 or 270 a week, which it's hard to live off of that. It's hard to do anything with that. It's hard to get settled with previous bills, money owed. It's hard to fucking do anything. So a couple of these positions I've looked at are like, you know, 30K base plus commission. I can work with that because 30K base, you know, I can at least get caught up with that. You know, so we'll have to see where it's all gonna go. But right now, I just don't know. So if you have any ideas, I'd love to hear about them. Tell me in the comments what you think Rio de Fia should do. Let me know. What I'm best suited for is something that involves sales in some capacity, because I know I'm good at it. Just need to be in a good platform to do it, but not a form of boring sales where a lot of your day is spent just fucking like looking at YouTube or something. I've had jobs like that where it's like when you get an opportunity to sell somebody something that's great, but a lot of your time is just not doing anything. So a sales job that involves being on the road in some capacity, especially with a company vehicle, that would be sweet. Obviously, the view is constantly changing. You have a route, maybe something like that, where the mind is occupied and not just sitting there dormant, not being used. So I think something like that would be optimal. Not sure what that is, so I got to figure that out. And once I do, I'll be good. Right now, it's a struggle for sure. Trying to fucking not be without a vehicle and trying to not get so far behind in my bills that I'm drowning. But I'm trying to maintain the same positive focus that I was saying before, in that regardless of what adversity I'm faced with, I'll be able to counter it somehow, some way. So I am doing a little bit better with speaking out those types of emotions whenever I can. Whenever I get slightly negative or whatever, I do my best to pump myself back up, you know? Say things like, Phil, you're a strong man. You're a strong man. You can pull through whatever adversity you're faced with. If anybody can do it, you can do it. And I like to tell people when they ask me how I'm doing, I like to say I'm living a homeless man's dream, in that I do currently have a home and I'm able to eat food every day. You know, I hate to say that that's about it, because outside of that, I do have my mind, I do have my health and family and friends. So I do have a lot to be thankful for. I've just got to focus on doing that even when things are way rougher than they've been in the past. So it's not an easy feat to maintain positive focus during this time, but I'll tell you that not having weed being in my life makes it a lot easier to see clearly. So anyone that's entertaining dropping the weed habit, I would fully support that concept. As I said before, I don't know what day I'm on now with the new stretch of days versus the old stretch. Obviously, I did end up smoking with my uncle, so I can't say I probably would be on day 85 or something by this point. But all I know is that I had that one weekend with my uncle that I did smoke, and that's it. I haven't looked back. And I did actually have some anxiety kick back up after that. A couple days after I not smoking this time, a little bit of the anxiety came back in. Exercise helps, as always, to kick that. If anything, there's a little bit of leftover anxiety because of what I'm faced with right now. So just trying to maintain a positive outlook and push through. So I guess that's about it for today. There's probably something else, but I'm forgetting it, whatever. Oh yeah, sorry I'm not doing the daily stuff, you know, just battling my mind. But it's not like I'm like having any negative thoughts, like I'm just gonna fucking end it right now. I'll never do that, ever. But it is quite a feat that I'm currently faced with versus, you know, what I'm used to growing up and having everything handed to me. You know, I think I told someone recently, I was at a point where, you know, this was probably when I was like 30, still on the essential payroll of my parents, not payroll, but bailout system. And I remember specifically there was a period, and this sort of shit happened all the time, where, you know, I'd be short on money and I wouldn't know how I was gonna pay my car payment, and I would just, you know, call my mom, like, Mom, I don't know what I'm due, car payment's due. And, well, how much is it? That's $465. Okay, well, I'm gonna send you $650. Is that enough to get some food? So I always got bailed out. And then one day, my dad essentially got wind that I was being bailed out of all these situations, got super pissed at my mom. They had a big fight, and I was completely cut off the teat. So much so that there was a point when I had a super, super bad toothache, and I was in the dentist office, and excruciating pain, and it was gonna cost like $200 to solve the problem that day. And I called my mom, and she was like, well, my hands are tied, you know, your father, you know, you wanna talk to your father? So I got on the phone with him. I was basically in fucking tears. You know how toothaches can be. I was in fucking tears, and told him the situation, what I needed, and he was like, yeah, son, I hate it. That's tough. All right, love you, bye-bye, click. So that's my dad. Tough love, I guess, I don't know, but fuck all that. That's a whole nother story. We're not gonna go deep into that. So anyhow, that's the update for now, and I'll keep you posted on my progress. One love, real deal out.